Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dears. Today we will be discussing what is morphology. This lecture provides a brief introduction to morphology, the basic concept of morphology and what morphology discusses. Let's start with our lecture. While syntax is concerned with how words arrange themselves into constructions, morphology is concerned with the form of words themselves. In simple words, syntax is the study of the structure of a sentence, while morphology is the study of the structure of words. The term has been used by linguists for over a century, although opinions have varied as to precise definition of the subject area and scope. So far, there are problems in the definition of morphology. Some linguists define morphology one way, the other linguist define morphology the other way. But in simple words, morphology is the study of the structure of words. R. Morphology is the study of how words are formed in a language. R. Morphology is the study of morphemes. Now, what is morpheme? Morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit or grammatical function. What is meaningful unit and what is grammatical function? For example, look at the word watched. In this word, watch is meaningful because it provides meaning, while ed is the grammatical function that does not provide any meaning. Instead, it provides the information about the grammar. It is the past tense. So both these elements in this watched word are morphemes. In the 20th century, the field has narrowed to the study of the internal structure of words, but definitions still vary in detail. These are some important sources: Bloomfield, Nida, Matthews, and Molino. You can refer to them for understanding what morphology is. Most linguists agree that morphology is the study of the meaningful parts of words, but there have been broadly two ways of looking at the overall role played by these meaningful parts of words in a language. One way has been to play down the status of the word itself and to look at the role of its parts in the overall syntax, and the other has been to focus on the words as a central unit. Now, some linguists they focus word in a morphology is the central unit, and they do not look at what function this word is playing in a sentence structure. While the other they do not only focus on the word, but they also focus on the role it plays in the sentence structure. Whichever way is chosen, all linguists agree that within words meaningful element. Thus in English words watched. Look the example, we are explaining it again. Two bits of meanings are present. Watch plus past tense. Watch and past tense are generally called morphemes. In the word pens, two morphemes, pen plus plural, is for plural, are present. A word such as unhelpful has three morphemes: negative, that is un, help, then full for adjective. But terms such as negative and plural and adjective are abstract. They are not real forms. They are in our mind. So keep in mind, morpheme is abstract unit. It is in our mind. It is not physical. The real forms that represent these morphemes are called morphs. Look at this diagram. You'll understand easy. Look at the words. Words are watched, pens, and unhelped. Now these are morphs, physical unit that can be seen. Watch plus ed. Ed is one morph of this word and watch is another morph. Pen is one morph, S is another morph. Un is one morph, help is another morph, full is another morph. These morph they represent morphemes. Watch represent this watch, and ed morph represent the past tense. Morphemes are abstract, morph is the real representations of these. Look at pens. Pen represent this pen and is represent plural. Un represent negative, help represent help, and full represent adjective. So words may have different morphs, and these morphs they represent morphemes. And what are morphemes? These are abstract units in our mind. Thank you so much for listening to this lecture.